Hello everyone, welcome you back in my geography class. I hope all of you are fit and fine. This is your DJ ma'am and today we will continue with the chapter of the globe, a model of the earth for class 5. Let us recapitulate that which are the topics that we have covered in our earlier videos. We have discussed about the globe, its advantages and disadvantages, about the shape of the earth, about some imaginary lines, that is axis, equator, and also about the latitudes. We have also discussed about the features of the latitudes and the important parallels of latitudes. Today we will move ahead and we will know about some other important imaginary lines. Now we already know that there are no real lines on the earth. There are certain imaginary lines, those are drawn by human beings for their own convenience. Now these imaginary lines help us to locate the place. That means it helps us to know the location of any particular place. Already we have discussed about one imaginary line, that are latitudes, which are the horizontal lines that runs from east to west and denotes the north or south of the equator. Today we will move ahead and we will know about another set of imaginary lines. So let us know about the other imaginary lines. Now we will see, like equator, there is another imaginary line that passes from the middle of the earth and divide the earth into two equal halves, and they are called the western hemispheres and the eastern hemispheres. Now what is this imaginary line called? This imaginary line is called the prime meridian. Now let us know, what do you mean by prime meridian? What is prime meridian? The longitude running through the old Royal Observatory at Greenwich near London in England. So what is prime meridian? Prime meridian is a longitude which is running through the old Royal Observatory at Greenwich near London in England. And let me tell you that it is also known as Greenwich Meridian, as it is passing through Greenwich, or prime meridian, and it is at 0 degree. Now the prime meridian is the imaginary line which is dividing the earth into two equal halves or hemispheres like equator. As we know that equator divided the earth into two equal hemispheres, that is the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. Here the prime meridian divides the earth into another two hemispheres, that is western hemisphere. That means to the west of the prime meridian is the western hemisphere, and to the east of the prime meridian is the eastern hemisphere. So we can see that the prime meridian is dividing the earth into two equal halves or hemispheres. That is, to the west of the prime meridian is the western hemisphere, and to the east of the prime meridian is the eastern hemisphere. Now let us know, what do you mean by longitude? Here we can see that there is a term called longitude. Now on the basis of the prime meridian, we will notice that certain other imaginary lines are drawn, and these imaginary lines are called longitude. So let us find out the meaning of longitude. Here in this diagram you can see that there are some other imaginary lines that are drawn on the basis of the prime meridian. These imaginary lines are drawn how? Vertically. Now already we have discussed about the horizontal and the vertical line. So we can see that these imaginary lines are drawn how? Vertically. And these lines are not circular, rather they are semicircular. So what we can see? That there are some other imaginary lines which are drawn vertically. They are semicircular lines. Now these lines are drawn from where to where? These lines are drawn from North Pole to South Pole. So we can say that these lines are drawn or runs from North Pole to South Pole and denotes what? West or east of the prime meridian, because these are drawn on the basis of the prime meridian. We can also say that this measures the distance west or east of the prime meridian, or how much west or east of the Greenwich, as we also call the prime meridian as a Greenwich meridian, how much west or east of the Greenwich the place is located. So we can see that there are certain other imaginary lines which are drawn vertically, which are semicircular lines which are drawn or runs from North Pole to South Pole and denotes west or east of the prime meridian, which measures the distance west or east of the prime meridian, or we can say that how much west or east of the Greenwich the place is located. So now let us find out the exact definition of longitudes. So what are longitudes? The vertical semicircular lines running from the North Pole to the South Pole and denotes west or east of the prime meridian are called longitudes. Now the longitudes are also known as meridians of longitudes. Why meridians? Because these lines are drawn on the basis of the prime meridian. So that is why these lines are also known as meridians of longitudes. Now here we will see that the lines which are drawn on the west of the prime meridian are referred as the west longitudes, and the lines which are drawn on the east of the prime meridian referred as the east meridians. So what are longitudes? Longitudes are the vertical semicircular lines running from the North Pole to the South Pole and denotes west or east of the prime meridian. These lines are also known as the meridians of longitude. Now we will see that the longitudes that are drawn to the east of the prime meridian are called what? Are called east meridians, and the longitudes that are drawn to the west of the prime meridian are called west meridians. Now let us know about some of the important features of longitude. Features of longitude. Now what we can see? We can see that the longitudes run in north, south direction. As we can see that they are drawn, or they're running from the north pole to south pole. So we can say that they run in north and south direction. Now we will see that the longitudes are not parallel to each other. Rather, they are coming together to a point at the poles. So we can say that they are not parallel to each other. We can also see that longitudes are equal in length because they are drawn from one pole to another. So the length of the longitudes all are equal. There is no longest longitude. Like we have learned that equator is the longest latitude, but here in longitude there is no longest longitude because all the longitudes are of equal length. So we can say that they are equal in length. Now interestingly, we will observe that the longitudes are farthest apart at the equator, and as they are moving towards the pole, that means here at the poles they come together to a point where at the poles. So we can say that they are farthest apart at the equator and comes together to a point at the poles. We have already learned that the longitudes to the east of the prime meridian are called the east meridians, and to the west of the prime meridian are called west meridians. Longitudes help us to find out the time of any place. So if we talk about the advantage of longitude, what is the advantage? It helps to find out the time of a place. Now let us know that how many longitudes are there in total. How many longitudes are there in total? In total, we will see that there are 180-degree longitudes where in the west. So 180-degree longitudes in the west and 180-degree longitudes in the east. So total we have 360-degree longitudes. So how many longitudes are there in total? There are 360-degree longitudes in total. Now we will see that this longitudes, which are also known as meridians, as I told you, this helps to find out the location. I hope all of you remembered that how Magellan proved the shape of the earth. He started his voyage from one point, and after a few years he returned back to the same point, which proves that our earth is not flat, rather it is what? It is sphere. So when we are drawing the lines, at some point the lines will come and they will meet. Like we are saying that there are 180-degree west longitudes in the western hemisphere and 180-degree east longitudes in the eastern hemisphere. This 180-degree west and 180-degree east longitudes, they will come, they will meet, and they will form what? A single line because of the shape of the earth. So we can say that the 180-degree west and 180-degree east longitude meets and forms a single line. See, here we have 180-degree west and 180-degree east together. It has formed a single line where opposite, right? This is the prime meridian. So opposite to whom? Opposite to the prime meridian. So we can say opposite to the prime meridian. What are these called? International Dateline. So what is international dateline? The 180-degree west and 180-degree east longitude meets and forms a single line opposite to the prime meridian, and this are known as the international dateline. And as soon as we cross the international dateline, what will happen? There will be a change in the day and the day. Now let us know that how can we find the exact location of any place. So let us know about the grid. If we want to know about the importance of latitude and longitude, we need to know about the grid. Latitudes and longitudes cut each other at right angles, making a crisscross grid on the globe. Grid are the network of lines which are formed by the latitude and longitude together. These imaginary lines are very important. Why? Because they help us to locate a place on the earth both quickly and accurately. So very easily and accurately we can find out a location of any place with the help of the grid. For example, locating Jaipur is not difficult at all. What we have to do? We just have to find the latitude and longitude and we will find the exact location of Jaipur. The latitude of Jaipur is 26.92 degree north and the longitude of Jaipur is 75.82 degree east. So with the help of the latitude and the longitude which cut each other at right angles, we can easily locate any place accurately. I hope all of you understood that how can we find the exact location of a place with the help of the network of lines formed by the latitudes and the longitudes, and this network of lines are known as the grid. So in today's video, what are the topics that we have covered? We have covered the prime meridian, the longitudes, the features of longitudes, international dateline and grid. So I hope there is no problem in understanding any of the topics that I have covered in today's video. Still, if you have any problem, you can let me know by just a comment in the comment box given below. If you want to watch more videos of mine, don't forget to subscribe my channel, do share and like the video. With this, we came to an end of this chapter. I will be back soon with a new chapter and a new video. Till then, take care and stay safe. Thank you.